guys, how's everybody doing? Today we're playing a free MMORPG called Regnum Online. Now I played this about a year ago, and I played a little bit of it. I got to about level 20. It was all right. They have since made a lot of changes to the game. One of them being jumping, where you can actually jump. I know, right? You'd figure that they would have that when the game was made back in 2007. But they just recently released it. So it's your typical MMORPG. You grind mobs, pick up loots, use special abilities. It is quite a lot of fun. I do like the mechanics of the game. I like where the game is going. If you guys have ever played Dark Age of Camelot, then this game would probably be very familiar to you. In terms of the style, the gameplay, and the PvP. The PvP is realm versus realm versus realm. So if you remember Dark Age of Camelot, it's the exact same thing. So we're just going to take a quick walk here. We're going to go through the main screen. Top left we have the health bar, the mana bar. I picked an archer, female archer. Just to mess around with. My other character was a mage, and they did pretty good. The classes are all kind of somewhat similar. Some do have more strengths than others. I will say, obviously the archer has range over that of warriors and stuff. Mages have a little bit more DPS. That being said, there's not much of like a loot or a elitist class that I can see so far. They're all pretty much balanced in some way or another. Now, there is no sort of skill set that is better than another, and I like that about this game. If you guys just notice this, there was an upside down exclamation mark, and I do believe it's because the game is Argentinian. It's the only Argentinian MMORPG. So it is based around the Spanish language. It also has some Portuguese influence. Because on the website, both of their all their blog posts are American, Spanish, and Portuguese. So you will see a lot of Spanish and Portuguese players, which is alright. I've been invited to a clan. I can't understand most of them. My Spanish is horrible, and Portuguese I just don't understand. So I guess it's similar, but it's not. I have no idea. Anyway, we're gonna get to a town here. Show you what that's like. So let's just go over here. It is item mall based. Most of the items aren't necessarily needed. There's packs, XP boosts, different stuff. You do have to buy a mount, which, I mean, I guess you could get around without a mount, but it's so much easier, so much faster with a mount, and there's a lot of running around quests, so you'd probably be better off just buying a mount. I did buy this mount. It was, PayPal. They do give you a horse mount, which has a timer on it in one of the beginning quests. So you'll have that, but only for like 11 minutes or worth of riding time. So it's probably not worth, too much. This mount's pretty cool. I like the tiger. Kind of matches my archer. The graphics is not bad. It's really not that bad. I mean, certainly it could be better. But this is a game that's going back to 2007. Not very popular. I will say that. There are a lot of people here, but as far as advertising and whatnot, the game kind of lacks it, so to draw new people. I do believe this game will be around for a long time, though. The developers I have actually seen in game, in GM form, and I've seen GMs and game counselors in game, which I've not seen in a game since Ultima Online. I know Entropia has, every once in a while, they'll have like Dave Dobson pop in, or Cyrus from Arcadia, but you don't really see too much of the staff, of the MindArc staff in game, whereas every night you will see one of the Regnum Online staff in game. You know, just to help answer questions, to help out, to you know, just to get bug reports. You know, if you're having a problem with the quest, they'll help you progress in it. Um, so yeah, that's a nice little thing. Also, this game, they have a lot of events, whereas you could put, you know, submit art pieces from the game, you know, game inspired art pieces, I should say, where you can win item shop tokens, or whatever they're called, Zeramins I think they're called. But here we go. Let's take a look. This is your quest and realm task. I got 3 quests right now. When you first start off, there's not too many quests. It's pretty linear, and then once you get to this second stage, this second town, there's actually quite a bit of quests. Now, the quests in this game, they're fairly typical to a point, although they're very well written. And if you do read them, and you don't have to, you could just click through them and then follow your quest icons on the map. But if you do read through them, they're kind of funny. There's actually a couple run around quests in here where you run to about 15 different people before you're done, and you could just click through it. But I actually sat and read one of them, and there was treason involved. There was, you know, a lot of backstabbing, and it was quite good. I kind of actually enjoyed it. It was somewhat refreshing than the typical grind fest that a lot of MMORPGs are. There is a fair bit of grinding in this. However, a lot of the quests do make up for it. It's quick XP gain. So let's move on to this next window here, achievements. This is something that a lot of MMORPGs are starting to get into. Probably they're trying to copy World of Warcraft, which was one of the first people to actually do it. I really haven't looked into much of these yet. I've gotten a few, but I really haven't tried to go for anything, really. Still kind of level up my tune here. The spell book, which will show your skills, basically, what you have, or your spells if you're a mage. Since I'm an archer, they're all archers. Two bars down below, I've only got one shown. I've only needed one so far. You only use maybe 4 or 5 certain skills at a time. Now I'm only 19, and I believe the level cap is 60. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's up near 60. So I'm pretty sure I'll have a lot more of these skills, and I'll have a second bar on this. Now the funny thing about this game is, and you know, speaking of toolbars, is that there's no potions that I've seen yet. It's not a potion spam fest. It's not a who has the most pots wins that, you know, some Asian inspired MMORPGs are all about, like Silk Road Online. So let's just pick up this quest for the heck of it. Go to Central Desert. We'll make our way out to the desert. Now, when you first start your character, you're gonna have to choose between one of 3 realms, and you're locked in unless you create another account, which is frowned upon. I will say that because they don't want you to be treasonous and to turn in your own realm. Now, I picked Satyrus. Oh no, I'm sorry. I picked Ignis, which is right there on my map here. And the map it's okay. It's decent size. It doesn't take very long. As you can see, my little arrows right here at this city. It doesn't take me very long to run to this other city down here, maybe just a couple of minutes. So I mean, the whole area is not very big, but you know, it is somewhat of a PvP game. It is realm versus realm, and they do want you to PvP. Right now I'm kind of in the newbie area, this safe zone. There's actually a wall that you can see, this line right here, that prevents other realms for entering that safe zone. You can see safe right there. So, and then once I get to a decent level, I'll be able to venture out and do a little PvP with my clan or guild or soch or whatever. So when you first start off, you choose either between Alceus, Satyrus, or Ignis. And then that's it. If you create more characters, you're stuck with your original realm choice, which you know, it kind of makes sense. The game is very well thought out like that. Excuse me, guys. Where you have to make a decision right off the front and stick with it. Let's move on. Action bars, your typical action window. Pretty much, you could buy more actions in the item mall. You could buy dances and stuff. I'm not really into that. You know, I'm not gonna. I mean, if I really get into the game, maybe I'll get something or another. But here we go. Community, clan lists. You know, you got all this stuff here. It shows you who's on, who's not. Inventory, item loot drops, and of course your character. Which, you know, there I am with all my loots and everything, and this little guy's waving to me. Hi. I don't know how to wave. Sorry. But he's trying to wave to me. We're the same clan, so is he? Oh, he is too. We'll move on. I'll talk to those guys later. See, in my clan chat screen here, I just don't understand them. It's kind of sad that, you know, I don't speak another language. I do understand some Spanish, but I don't know if that's Spanish or not. No idea. It does. Yo tengo. Yeah, somewhat understand that. But character screen. You got your name. You don't have any influence on your intelligence, dexterity, concentration, strength, constitution, unless you gain items that adjust those. So, and then speaking of items, we'll just go back here. That is my cat that I'm sitting on right now. Dual banners if I wanted to duel. A bunch of different stuff. You can actually, which is cool, you can adjust your bags, I guess you could say. This nifty little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toolbar right here, and you can see what you have. I do like this very much about this game is the item drops. Now they're completely random off of creatures, but it gives you some flexibility, unlike other MMORPGs where, you know, you have to use this. This is the thing to use. You're just not sure. The vendors in the game will sell different items, but obviously, you know, they're not as good as the item drops. I don't believe there's any sort of crafting in this game at all. It's really just a PvP focused game. So that's what you have. I don't want to try him. He's hard, obviously. Let's just fight this guy. But going back to the items, like composite short bow of hardened wood, it's a master class bow. And then we could look at the composite specialist longbow of softwood, which is a common bow. So there's a difference. There's a damage increase from common to master, and it's plus 20. If you see it right under the title there, it says damage plus 20. Now there's superior bows. What's this? This is a warm bow. It's got a damage of plus 6. This is a long bow. It's got range. It's got some special abilities such as hit class and lightning damage, which are completely random. Whereas this composite short bow is very good. It's master class bow. It's got a hit chance plus 9. It's got a blunt damage. Plus it has a socket in case if I ever run across any jewels or something, I could just socket this bow. In fact, I probably should be using this composite short bow. However, right now I'm testing out like distance and stuff. Obviously distance is very good for PvP. We're just making our way. It's very simple, guys. The whole game is very, very simple. It's damage before you get killed, pretty much. Let's show you this one mechanic that I kind of find silly. Drop down, you're stunned, and damage. Like even some of the smaller drops, you will you will take a bunch of damage, and you'll be stunned for several seconds. I can see with the larger drops, that would make sense. You know, falling damage and whatnot, but it's just a silly little drop like that. No. Special ability, this bitch. Very simple. You don't have to loot creatures; they automatically loot for you. I think I have to be in general. No, I don't know. Anyway, guys, definitely worth a look if you have a little extra computer space. If you're, you know, If you're just looking for a free MMORPG. However, I do suggest that you look into getting a mount as soon as possible. If the game interests you. The mounts are somewhat cheap. They range from, I think it's like $1.50 to $45 actually. I think that one mount, the lion mount, is something like 45,000 Zimmerin, which actually may be like something like $30, depending on how much you put in. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this. As you can see in the bottom screen, my chat screen, it shows you the experience and what you looted. That's what I wanted to point out before. And I'm not really doing a quest right now, I'm just kind of tooling around. Yeah, Regnum Online, it is a lot of fun. It's pretty good quality. We're going to check out the dying mechanic here for a second. Click on the Altar Resurrection, which is basically your bind stone, in other words. And mine just happened to be the town closer to the wall where I was earlier today questing. So harder monsters. This is the bind stone, the Altar Resurrection. You just double click it. It says you're already bound to this altar because I was already bound there. So you do take a slight resurrection penalty. It's called necrostacy, which is right here in the bottom of my character screen. And it's just somewhat of it's a tiny little penalty that you could just gain back by killing monsters. And a treasure. There's random treasure laying around, which is always cool. I thought it was a cool little nifty mechanic here. 39 gold coins, which isn't much, because if you loot an item, they're usually worth like several thousand. So hit R to rest, and there you go, guys. There you have it, Regnum Online. It's pretty fun. Even for a free-to-play, if you're into quest-based games, it's a very simple game. There's not a whole heck of a lot of content, but I think at my level right now, I'm missing a lot of the PvP. Actually, I'm missing most of the PvP and the upper level content that comes with it. I should also mention that each realm has a dragon or an elite boss mob that does drop pretty epic loot from what I've heard. And the game is being developed all the time. There's bug fixes. The developers are very active, as well as the GMs and everybody else involved in the game. This is Regnum Online. I hope you guys check it out and enjoy the vid, and we'll see you in the next big place.